So in our last video, what we did is we made a plan. So in this video, what we're going to do is translate that plan into Python. All right, so how do we do that? Well, let's get started. Splitting the text into words. So we get text, and then from that, I'm going to call this tokens. Just because I kind of see it called that a lot of times whenever I'm doing like natural language processing. So yeah, just splitting text into words is usually called tokenizing, right? So text is text split, and then if we pass in a white space, then what we'll get is a bunch of tokens. So I'm just gonna actually have an example down here. Anytime we are developing this, what we want to do is we want to have an example. I'm going to take this and then I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to get rid of that there, but yeah, there we go. So I'm just going to run this. And as we see, we have a bunch of words in here, but we also have stuff like a comma after the word ham, and I is capitalized. So we've still got to do a bunch of stuff to our words. So first thing I'm going to do is say loop over each word for token in tokens. Okay. And then I'm going to lowercase the words and strip punctuation. So word equals token dot lower, and token dot lower should give us the word lowercase. And then after that, what we want to do is we want to basically replace, right? So I'm going to pull over my my handy dandy Python strings cheat sheet, and we're going to look for how do we do a replace. I do this anytime I'm dealing with strings and I've got to do some stuff with them. What I need is, let's see, okay, find replace string 2 with string 3. Okay, so then basically I want to use s.replace to deal with any kind of weird stuff in there. So I'm just going to call .replace on this, and in it I'm going to say replace a comma with, and I'm also going to say replace a period with. That'll cover my test case right now, and so let's just print word and make sure that we're getting, all right, everything's lowercase. It looks like the same output basically, but without the counts. So I'm doing good. Okay, so now if the word exists in a dict, count up. Okay, so I'm gonna call this counts. I'm gonna create myself a dictionary. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an if statement. So if, and then I'm going to use counts.get. What get does is it tells us, it checks to see if a key is in a dictionary without throwing an error if it isn't. So I'm going to say word. So counts.get word. And then this will return like false if it's not there. So if the word exists in a dict, count up. So counts of word plus equals 1. Otherwise, add the word to the dictionary. So else, right, counts of word equals 1. So that's how you can kind of, go through each one and count it up. So I'm just going to print counts after this, print counts, and just see if we're getting kind of the right idea. Okay, I has 2, do has 2. So you can see that what we're doing is after we transform the word into the kind of word we want to count, then we use .get to see if it's already in the dictionary. And then if it is, we count up, we mutate the value. Otherwise, we create that key in the dictionary because each element from the string is in word. And so we create that key in the dictionary and then we set it to 1 because we found 1. So now all we have to do is loop over every key in the dictionary and then add the key and value. So stats, I'll call the string stats, right? And so what I want to do is loop over every key in the dictionary and add the value. So I'm going to say for key or word and count in counts.items. And that'll give me the key and the value. So I can say it's stats plus equals word plus this plus count. So let's see what happens there. And then I want to return that string, return stats. My comments here. And then I'm going to hit run. Okay. Must be stir, not int. So str. Oops. And there. Awesome. I'm not printing this, but there we go. I to do to great. So it looks like that's working, but I think what I need to add is one more line, one more thing for a \n, which is a line break. So let's run that. I do not like green eggs and ham. All right, so it looks like it works. Cool, so now let's run our tests. Okay, and it looks like our tests are passing. So that's word count.